What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Los Cabrones.
Cabrones,
We haven't done a car talk in a while. We haven't seen you guys in a while. So we just want to say welcome back to the channel.
I hope you guys are safe, man, during this lockdown. A lot of shit's been going down, like all this negativity, all this, like, it's just been affecting us lately, and we just want to check in with you guys, see how you guys are doing. Comment down below, but we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about, like, negative environments. Like, people around us, negative environments around us, and how to kind of stay positive
during these moments, like,
during those negative environments, you know. And something I wanted to say was sometimes that negative environment are people close to you, you know, and it's not necessarily their fault. They just, everybody sees life a certain way, and you can't really,
basically they have a certain expectation for you. You don't fulfill that certain expectation, you're considered a failure. And that puts a lot of pressure on us. You know, we have to fulfill their expectation while us being happy. No, at the end of the day, it's our life. We choose to be happy, you know. Like, for example, for me, my parents are old school. They, like, right after you graduate high school, you get a job. Physical labor. No, like, I'm going to college to further my education and break the chain of poverty. Like, they literally tell me, why are you going to college? You're stressing out. Just get a job. I'm like, for what? How am I going to get better just working my whole life, limiting my potential? Like, I'm going to college, extending my knowledge, gaining more resources, meeting new people, and from there, my life is limitless. You know, people, they just don't understand that because my parents never went to, like, actual high school. They just went to elementary, and they just, all their lives, they've been working. They just don't understand. Like,
they tell you, they basically want what's best for you in their world, right?
Yeah.
And since they experienced life a certain way, they want something secure for you, something like what they know. And what they know may sometimes not be what you want to do in life, or what you want. You want something better for yourself. So basically, that negative environment, I sometimes experience that from, like, you know, from my family as well. Like, from my parents. My dad, he's a doctor, so he has that level of expectation of education that's, like, really high, right? And sometimes I'm like, maybe, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm going to school, you know, I'm furthering my education, but I'm more of, like, I take things slow, you know, like, I really want to enjoy life, and I want to explore all different roads of life to really say, you know, I tried everything I wanted to do to make sure that I have a happy life. And, like, sometimes our parents don't see it that way, but it's not their fault. It's not like it's a negative thing. It's just they want what's best for us in the environment that they know. So how do we manage that is, first of all, putting in the work, I think, is the biggest factor. If they see, like, if you kind of say, oh, I want to do this, but you don't really show the work ethic, and you don't really
honestly, you guys, you have to have a vision. That's the thing, man. At first, they don't see it, but the thing that matters is you see that vision, you keep working for it, and once you're being consistent, you go a long way, they will eventually see it, and then they will give you what you always wanted. Like, you know, you get what I'm saying, bro? Like,
and just know that kind of pressure, that they put on you, that's not negativity, that's love. That's
tough love, basically.
It's tough love, basically, because they want what's best for you, and they only see it a certain way. But the way that I kind of take away those, like, live with those negative environments around me, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, get away from those negative environments, but there's going to be some instances where you can't really, you know, cut that negative environment, because it's
just there, bro. Like,
it's just there. Like, it's your family sometimes, you know? And it's, some way, like, the way I did it was we found each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of found each other. We both had a similar vision, and we push each other and
work towards it and build better foundation.
We're accountable on each other.
Yeah, just building better habits, you guys. Like, even though, like, we both get negativity, you could see it in two ways, good or positive. Like, see, it's like, oh man, like, for example, they talk shit to me, like, in a bad way, like, oh, I'm sad. No, I'm gonna use that as motivation. I'm gonna push myself even better to become better. You know, that's one of the things. If you guys are dealing with some like negativity, don't play victim. Do something about it. Use it as fuel. Use it as energy to push you better. You know, ain't nothing good showing that you improve yourself. You know, people will see that. Damn, like fuck, this guy is on his shit. He knows what he's doing. You know, like
and like I was saying, is worth ethic and you working towards that, and them seeing that you're working towards that, is gonna kind of make them happy in terms of
you're doing something with
yeah,
your life.
exactly. Like you didn't necessarily go with the expectations that they had, but they see you working towards something, so they're like, okay, this guy might not like go to the expectation that I had for him,
but he has something going.
He has something going,
yes,
and
bro.
He's pushing towards something, and that's what I would say. Like worth ethic, and them seeing that you're putting in the work is the biggest thing of them kind of like taking a step back and be like, okay, you know, he's doing something.
Yeah. But the best thing is that you keep going at it, you build momentum, and bam, it's gonna be so easy, man. The first like stages are hard, but eventually you do it, you make it a habit, and from there it becomes something you don't think about.
And you got to surround yourself with positivity, like we're saying. Like, you know, it might sound cliche or it might sound stupid, but having positivity around you
affects you
is
big
so important.
Time. Yes.
Like I remember when I was kind of hesitant on doing certain things, I met this guy, right? And we hit a gym workout together one night, and we kind of understood that we both had this vision and we all have this kind of plan in life, and we sat down and you're like, hey bro, like why don't we do this, why don't we try this? And kind of the feedback that we got from each other let me know that me and him sort of have that same vision, and that's really where I think me and you became really good friends. It was after that night that we're like, hey, you know, why don't we do,
like after that gym session, you guys, we were out in the parking lot talking for hours. We had ideas, dude. Like
and like after that we just got on it, and we were just like having that sort of support system in terms of like somebody who has the same kind of vision and someone you can work with and keep yourself accountable with. Mm-hmm. That is what's gonna set you apart, and that's what's gonna make you take action, and that's what's gonna, like, as soon as we had the conversation, the next day we filmed the video.
Yes, that's when we first started, man. It's crazy, dude.
We filmed the video, and it was like, it took us a while to, you know,
because we're
perfect it.
Like I say, we're first starting,
and it's not even perfect at all.
Yeah,
it's like, it was horrible, but we got it done, and we're better at it.
As long as we do it and get stuff done, that's all that matters, you know. Like,
and we're like way better now. Like if you guys go to our first video, and you guys see how like hesitant we were to talk on camera.
Trust me, you guys. Like when I started, I was like stuttering. I didn't know what to say. Like right now, I'm chilling, man. Like this is what I love to do: talking in front of the camera, talking to you guys, man. Like,
and it just takes work. It just, like I said, work ethic is the most important thing. You just doing it day in and day out. Just keep doing it, no matter what. Just keep doing it. You're gonna get better at it eventually. It's like everything else in life, and I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I've gotten from sports. You know, like we both did sports. That work ethic that sports teaches you, you have to apply that to everything in life. The same thing like in business or in other ventures that you have. That work ethic that you get from sports, from playing. I played basketball, I played water polo, I did swim. That work ethic that those things taught me, that I had to put in the work to get the results that I wanted, is what kind of helps me today in terms of like in terms of things that I'm interested in, like real estate, and I'm learning about different ways to create passive income and all these things. That sort of work, that work ethic that I learned from sports, I apply it to everything else in my life.
But keep in mind, guys, like everywhere whatever you do, you're gonna have negativity in your life. It's up to you to take it in two ways: in a good or bad way. You could be the victim or use it as fuel.
Yeah, never play the victim.
Never.
I see a lot of that in our generation today. People love playing the victim. I'm a victim because this happened to me and this, and it's like,
guys, look.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Instead of like, why is this happening to me? You'd be like, what is this teaching me, you guys? That's a mindset you gotta have, bro. Right?
Yeah, and it's like, a lot of people are like, oh, why is, I can't do this because of this and this. It's like, all right, you got to understand that nobody, like, yes, people around you care about you, but nobody's gonna pay your bills. Nobody's gonna be babying you 24/7. You gotta move past that negativity and just do whatever you're gonna do. Do whatever you're gonna do, no matter what. And don't play the victim. Don't say, "Oh, I can't do this because of that." Be like, "Okay, this experience taught me this. So I'm going to apply it this way," instead of playing the victim and saying, "Oh, I can't do that because of that." It's like, no, that experience taught me this, so I'm going to do it this way. And just keep learning from each negative experience. Keep learning, keep moving forward.
Yeah, bro, that's what it takes, man. Like, that's how you're going to get better. That's how you're going to improve. You guys have to understand that you have to go through stuff to figure out who you are and find out the best ways you could apply to anything you do in life.
And we're not saying we're perfect.
Well, the hell no, we're not perfect, man.
Like we're working on ourselves. Like, I'm working on myself. I'm not like there's certain things that I'm working on right now. Like, my body's not where I want it to be, like the different areas in my, like, I want to get better at reading, I want to get better at understanding real estate and understanding finance and stuff like that. That's what I read. That's why I'm like reading books, and I'm trying to push forward and keep learning and have that mindset of like, you're always going to be a student, and you got to just keep learning and keep learning. And that's what's going to set you guys apart from everybody else.
Basically, take action day by day and improve on yourself. You want to be better the day before, learning more knowledge, learning how to control your emotions. It's a lot.
And especially now that we're going through this, like this kind of like where everybody's staying, bro, like everybody that's staying home, you can kind of look at this pandemic and be like, oh, like, I can't go outside.
You could be like, oh, I can't do shit.
I can't do this. I can't do that.
I'm gonna be on social media instead of like working on yourself, meditating, like writing down on your journal. What am I thinking about when I'm alone? Like going for a walk or trying to learn something, read, man. Like, trust me, you guys, like, I want to be on my phone all fucking day, but what is that going to get me? Nothing. Wasted time, wasted hours. You don't want to waste time. Time is valuable.
And it's like what I'm saying. Use this time that you guys have now, that you guys are sitting at home watching Netflix. I know some people work, but use the time that you're off work, and like people just staying at home right now watching Netflix and not doing anything. Use this time to develop a skill that you've wanted to do for a long time. Like, I've used this time that I'm at home to read more books on understanding how to create like passive income and all these different things. Of course, I'm still a student, and I can't show you guys, oh, I've done this, I've done that, because I haven't done that yet, but I'm learning about it right now, and I'm trying to implement that into my life. And little by little, I'm learning, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to keep learning, and I'm going to keep learning. And it's just a matter of moving forward. And that's how life is.
Just have growth, man. Don't be stagnant in life, bro. You don't want that, bro. Like,
use this time that you're stuck at home to learn a new skill, and that's gonna.
If you don't come out this pandemic with a new skill or with a new mindset, with a new attitude, like, you just wasted.
all these 3 months that we've been in quarantine.
Come on, okay.
It's been 3 months, right?
Yeah.
It's been like 3 months.
I get it. If you're an essential worker, yeah, but like, if you're just home, chilling in your bed, being a lazy fuck, like, come on, do something with your life, right?
Yeah, and this quarantine, I can say that during these 3 months, I've worked a lot on myself. I really have. I've worked a lot on, trying to push forward, setting my goals that I have for this year, being clear with what I want to accomplish, moving towards those goals, and just like the different goals that I have, I kind of write them down, and I kind of like, okay, what am I going to do to get to this level? And every day by day, you kind of just move slowly into, okay, like, let's say I want to learn more about a certain skill. You're like, okay, I'm going to read a book. I'm going to read this book in 2 weeks. I have to read this many pages a day. And you break that up into different things. You have to do small goals. And those small goals, achieving those small goals over time, they're going to make a huge difference.
They're going to build your confidence. Over time, you're going to build habits to lead you to success. Like, have a vision, right? And then make a plan. And then once you have that plan, you take action. Literally day by day, little by little.
And you guys know us. Like, we mess around like all the time,
we mess around, but we get shit done at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it's like we do those crazy, stupid videos that you guys see on our channel that we love doing. But, you know, we have a time for that, and we have a time when we have to be productive and we have to work on on our other goals. So it's like, it's not about not having fun in life. Have fun in life, but also be productive when you're not having fun.
Yes, sir. We speaking facts tonight, baby.
Guys, we just wanted to leave you guys with that. It's a little, you know, things that we've been applying during this quarantine, and we want to kind of help you guys out with that and give you guys ideas what you guys can be doing with this time that you guys are stuck at home, kind of bummed out that you can't see your friends, you can't see your family. Use this time to develop a skill and become better at what you coming into. Just know that we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for following us. Thank you guys for, you know, watching this video. Make sure to
appreciate you guys. Hit the like button.
Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next video.
And comment down below what you think. Tell us about your experience, how you're dealing with quarantine, and let us know. We do appreciate you guys.
Let us know what skill you're going to develop in these, you know, quarantine was just extended till August. Okay. It'd be like, okay, this is the skill that I'm going to, you know, this is the skill that I want to develop. And later down the line in August, you come back and you're like, damn, I'm really working towards that skill. So comment down below a skill that you're going to develop during this quarantine.
And we out, baby.